Yun, magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Welcome po sa Makapili TV. So yung mga abogado po ng mga taga Mindanao nagsubmit po ng petition sa Supreme Court para po pigilan ang impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Ngayon, itong si Banat Bay, isa rin po siya sa mga petitioner. So kasama po siya doon sa mga abogadong pumirma para pigilan po yung impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Ngayon, may mga punto rito si Banat Bay na makukuha po natin ng maayos na may papaliwanag niya kung ano-ano yung mga grounds kung bakit nila pinipigilan. Hindi lang dahil supporter sila ni Vice President Sara Duterte o ng mga Duterte, dahil nakita nila kung ano yung mga butas doon sa minadaling impeachment na ginawa ng mga congressman sa House of Representatives. Ito, panoorin po natin itong mga punto ni Banat Bay at ng mga abogado ng taga Mindanao, particular si Atty. Torion, na iisa-isahin niya ano yung mga naging grounds doon sa maling pagpapa-impeach kay Vice President Sara Duterte. So kung hindi ka pa ngayon nakasubscribe sa Makapili TV, baka pwede naman pakipindot yung subscribe button at the same time, palike na rin ng video, wala naman pong bayad yan. Kaya pindot na. So ito, panoorin natin at pakinggan itong si Banat Bay at ang kanyang mga punto para pumaliwanagan tayo tungkol dito sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte.
Mga taga Mindanao ay nagwarla na, nagalit na at magdideklara ng digmaan sa pamamagitan ng pakikipaglaban sa Supreme Court. Nagpasa ho sila, yung mga abogado sa Mindanao ay nagpasa ho ng reklamo patungkol dito sa impeachment proceeding na nangyayari dahil nga po sa sabi nila ay sabi po namin ay sabi po namin ay itong impeachment na ito ay talagang illegal dahil hindi ho sinunod ang tamang proseso. Maling proseso, masyadong minadali at pinaspaso para sa halagang 150 million bawat isang congressman. Hindi, walang ganun. Basta ho pinaspas po, sobra-sobra itong impeachment complaint na ito at tila ho maraming violation na ho ang ginawa nila. Kaya ito, inireklamo na ho ng mga Mindanaoan lawyers, mga taga Mindanao, mga abogado na sa Mindanao, ito inireklamo na. Sa pangunguna ho ni Atty. Torion, ang pinakamatikas na abogadong nakilala ko sa sobrang galing nito ay talaga nga namang gusto ko nang mag-law. Pero ito nga ho, at dahil ho dyan, marami hong nag-react. Nag-react po itong mga kongresista natin na sinasabing hindi naman totoo yan, ganyan. Ito, paliwanag na ho ni Atty. Torion kung ano ho ba yung ginawa ng mga taga Mindanaoan lawyers. So ito, pasok.
So let's bring in one of those challenging for ouster. We've got with us tonight lawyer Israelito Torion. Welcome back to the big story. Atty. Torion, good to see you again.
Bakit ngumingiti ka? Ikaw babaeng nakapula. Anong ibig mo sabihin yung pagngiti mong yan? Hindi ko kursunada yung pagngiti mong yan, ha? Biro lang. Maganda pa naman yung asawa ni Atty. Torion. Hanggang ngumiti ng ganyan. Baka kurut-kurutin siya Atty. Torion ng asawa niya.
Hello. Good evening, ladies. Good evening to the viewers of this popular TV station. Thank you for inviting me again.
Good evening. Iba naman topic natin tonight. Okay, first of all, why don't you give us the backstory here? How did this group, we're talking about the impeachment petition that you filed yesterday, or the other day, sorry, Feb 18. Tell us the story. How did this group of 29 Mindanaoan lawyers come to be and who initiated it?
29 Mindanaoan lawyers ang nag-petition sa Supreme Court. Naku po, malupit itong mga lawyers na to. Tapos may iba pang kasama. Mas malupit pa yung mga kasama. Pakinggan natin si Atty. Torion.
Well, actually, when I watched the news about the filing of the impeachment complaint in the Senate by the House of Representatives, I am a law dean and a law teacher. So I noticed that
take note, ladies, this is a law dean. Hindi lang ho ito yung pipitsugin lawyer na katulad ni Libayan. Ito po ay dean. Dean po ito ng isang universidad. At itong universidad na ito, may 100% na ano yan, passing sa bar exam ng pag-aabogasya. So, ibig sabihin, talagang malupit ho itong dean na ito. O, di ba? O, tuloy.
Impeachment complaint was really prepared in a rush, in a blitzkrieg fashion, all in the last day of the session, congressional session, and last minute, literally. And I noticed that there was no proper verification that was conducted, because I know that impeachment process is supposedly a solemn process, and it is not merely a numbers game, and it is supposedly bound by stringent procedural requirements. But all these were not followed by the House of Representatives. Instead, they rushed the complaint. And that is why I decided, I discussed it with my associates, and I have, good constitutionalist in my small law firm, and we crafted an impeachment complaint, and I showed it to.
If food always sticks to the blade, the silicone knife is your savior. It cuts vegetables
Commercial lang
without
tayo
residue.
muna.
It's easy to
Commercial.
My colleagues, such as Attorney Martin Delgra, who is the lawyer of President Rodrigo Duterte, and I also showed it to Attorney James Reserva via Messenger, who is a known practitioner also in in Butuan, and other friend lawyers such as Attorney Luna and the Vice Mayor also of Davao City and other councilors.
Grabe, ang lulupit ng mga kasama dito. Talagang yung mga kinonsulta niya na para maipasa itong petition na ito ay talagang mga malulupit.
And I
Kasama
also
ba naman
showed
abogado
it
ni
to
Pangulong Duterte?
Banatbay, Coach Oli, and Boss Dada.
Malupit pala talaga itong petition na to. Mantakin mo mga sobrang mga matitigas na abogado, mga congressman, vice mayor, mga malulupit na mayor, tapos biglang pinasukan mo na ni Banatbay. At saka ni Coach Oli, tsaka ni Boss Dada. Mas lalo palang malupit talaga ito. O, pakinggan natin.
And they are interested in joining me. So I included them as petitioners. There were some suggestions also given by the other petitioners, such as Attorney Martin Delgra. So we finalized it, and we have that petition that we filed in order to question the impeachment complaint filed against Vice President Sara Duterte.
So in short, you initiated this?
Yes. Therefore,
I initiated it. I provided the impetus and the idea, and presented it to my lawyer colleagues. More heads are better than one.
Yeah. Ako yung isa sa mga colleagues niya. I'm so honored, Mr. Attorney Torion, to be included in this petition. Thank you very much for your inclusion.
And there were suggestions to and fro, so it was actually revised 12 times before it was finalized. Yes.
Do I take it to mean that are you a counsel of Vice President Sara Duterte, or do you want to be?
No. I filed it in my own personal capacity, and as a matter of fact, she did not know anything about it until the filing of the petition before the Supreme Court.
Because she herself obviously filed her own petition for TRO,
I did
right?
not even know that. I did not even know that. I
Tama
heard
yan.
about that when I browsed my Facebook, I think yesterday.
So
and
you did not
I
coordinate.
did not have any idea that she filed before us.
Okay, so there was no coordination, there was no working together. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, I wanted to focus, Attorney Lito, on one, you were saying in your complaint to the Supreme Court that the 3 prior impeachment complaints were not considered. We have spoken to a bunch of the lawmakers in the lower house. Ang sinasabi nila, itong 4th complaint ay binasa nila doon sa previous 3 complaints that according to you, they malicious in action. Inupuan nila ng matagal, maliciously. they argue that they actually made this fourth complaint to summarize and make more concise the points in the first three complaints, because like the first complaint was sobrang dami daw articles, 20 plus articles, etc. So what would you have to say about that?
So, sinasabi daw ng mga congressman, tagalugin ko lang ha, itong complaint na 1, 2, 3, yung impeachment na yun, pinagsama-sama ng daw nila doon sa pang-fourth.
Therefore, walang kwenta rin yung pang-apat.
Napakasinungaling talaga nito mga congressman natin.
Kung yun yung
that's a lie.
explanation nila.
Balloony.
Oh, baluni. Alam sabihin ng baluni.
Yung niluluto, balonis.
Mas magandang ano 'yun, mas less harsh sa pagiging tanga. Ganun. Kalokohan, stupid. Parang ganun. Oh, 'di ba? Parang that's baluni, hindi totoo 'yan. Huwag kayo nagpapaniwala sa mga kongresista natin. Hindi totoo na pinagsama-sama 'yan. Oh, 'yan ang. Bakit? Bakit kayo?
That's baloney. Because you could never see that in the fourth impeachment complaint. Those are afterthought. No? And besides, the Constitution is very specific. If you will read Article 11, Section 3, no? Paragraph 2 thereof states that when an impeachment complaints are filed in 3 ways. One, via a member of the House when he files himself an impeachment complaint. Second, by any ordinary citizen, and there is going to be a congressman that is going to endorse that complaint. And then the third way is when 1/3 of them would agree to file a complaint. But in this, under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 2, in relation with Rule 2, Section 3 of the House Rules on Impeachment, there is a mandatory requirement that upon the filing of an impeachment complaint, if you read the Constitution, there is a mandatory action on the part of the House of Representatives to subject it to the order of business within 10 session days. And for the Speaker, if you will read Rule 2, Section 3 of their own rules, mandate that the Speaker should include it in the order of business within 10 session days and refer it to the Committee on Justice within 3 session days. And the word use is immediately.
Yon, malinaw ho yun. So hindi ho pwedeng itenga ang isang reklamo o ang isang impeachment. Hindi mo pwedeng itenga yon at sabihin mo, sandali, i-consolidate natin yan, pagsasama-samahin natin yan. Hindi pwedeng gayon. Kailangan, pag may nag-submit na sa'yo, immediately, nasa nila yan, nasa rules nila, immediately, kailangan reviewin yan at tignan at dalhin sa Committee on Defense or Justice ba yun? Tama. Tama ba yun?
So yun, dahil nga December 2 unang nag-submit ng impeachment complaint, pero itinenga yun. So umabot ng almost 2 months bago inaksyonan. So in-archive kagad nila yung first 3 impeachment complaint, and then yung pang-apat, yun yung ginamit nila kasi numbers game. So doon pa lang sa rules nila, kumbaga sinira na nila yung rules nila para lang ma-impeach si Vice President Sara Duterte. So therefore, invalid po yung impeachment na ginawa ng mga kongresista ayon dito kay Banatbay at kay Atty. Torrio na isa sa mga nagpasa ng motion para isuspend o pigilan ang impeachment sa Senate. So dinaan nila sa Supreme Court. So abangan natin sa mga susunod na araw kung ano yung mga isasagot ngayon ng Korte Suprema tungkol dito sa petition na ginawa ng mga lawyer na taga Mindanao. So maraming salamat sa panonood. Ingat po kayo lagi. God bless.